Good day, welcome. This is your Daily Med with Lady V. Grace and peace be multiplied. We continue to look at Psalm 90, verse 12 through verse 17, as we see what Moses, the man of God, says about God's chosen people and the mercy that he is asking God at this time to have upon them, because death was all around him. He experienced people just dying every day around him, and he was asking God, God, in your own power, have mercy, have compassion upon your people. They have seen trouble over and over and over. And now he was seeking, as it were, a blessing for them for the many days of trouble that they have seen. So verse 12 says, teach us how short our lives are, so that we can become wise. Lord, come back to us. Be kind to your servants. Fill us with your love every morning. Let us be happy and enjoy our lives. For years you have made life hard for us and have given us many trouble. Now make us happy for just as long. Let your servants see the wonderful things you can do for them, and let their children see your glory. Lord our God, be kind to us. Make everything we do successful. Yes, make it all successful. So we see in his prayer, Moses make a request of the Lord. He was pleading with God to return to his people in mercy and just not let his anger burn forever upon his people, but let their remaining days be measured by tranquility and by happiness. So he pleads, as it were, for equal time. That is, he asks for many years of gladness for Israel as the years of their affliction and trouble that they have seen. They have already seen his power displayed in the work of judgment. And now we ask that God shows the other side of his countenance, the act of grace, the gracious God that he is. Finally, he intercedes. This great intercessor asks God for favor upon his chosen people upon the earth, and to make them fruitful in their endeavors. The same God who is a God of wrath is also the God of mercy. And so Moses knows this quite well, and he is pleading with God on behalf of his people. But as a people, he wants us to understand, because our days are numbered. We want our work to count, to be effective. We want to be productive in our lives. We desire to see God's eternal plan revealed. So therefore our work must reflect what he says we should do in his word. Many times we live a life that testify or demonstrate that we are dissatisfied with our lives, and we do so many things all in our imperfections. But we must remember that within our hearts God has placed a desire for us to do good, for us to trust him, because he has himself established this wind in our heart, according to Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 11. God has put eternity in our hearts. This means that we can never be completely satisfied with earthly pleasures and earthly pursuits. We are created in God's image, and guess what? We always will have a longing or a spiritual thirst for God. He places that desire within us. Therefore, nothing or no one else but the eternal God can really satisfy our longing. And so sometimes throughout life, the many years that one live, one will keep on searching and keep on searching, and that searching and whatever is achieved still does not satisfy that longing within that one's soul. And so because of that, such one will end up living a life of misery, even in old age, even when they die, because what they were really looking for could not be found in the world. God has given us a glimpse of the perfection of His creation, but it is only a glimpse. We cannot see into the future or comprehend everything. So we must trust God now, as the wise man Solomon tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. And we must do His work, the work that He has ordained for us to do from the foundation of time. Let us remember, life is short. Life must be lived in the light of eternity, because the eternal God will bring our works into judgment, whether it is good or whether it is evil, meaning there must be accountability. Normally, traditionally, you would say you go to Christian's funeral, and because they have passed away, they died in Christ, you will hear this psalm a lot being read. These people would have had hope that their loved one is going to be with the Lord. Why? Because He has set His love upon His people. He has set His love upon His servants. And they know, even if they die being sick or anything else like that, that they are now going or gone to be with their Lord, gone to be with their Creator. So yes, a day is coming when we will give an account for the time that God has allotted to us, that we have spent upon the earth. So this morning, I trust, I pray, and I hope that we will heed the word of Moses. We will heed the words of the wise man Solomon, knowing that man's time on earth is short. Therefore, let us live in the light of eternity. God bless you. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe. It is free. Like, share, also comment, and continue to visit my YouTube channel, Daily Med with Lady V.